the pledge. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. I want to thank everyone for being here this evening. First item of business is the audience of any citizen. The FGC, Florida Gateway College Board of Trustees, will hear any citizen who wishes to address the board on a one-time basis pertaining to a relative topic. If the board wishes to hear more about the topic, that topic will be scheduled for a future board meeting. Each speaker is limited to 3 minutes, and the time dedicated to this topic will not exceed 20 minutes. And we have one speaker tonight, Mr. Stu Lilker.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. It's nice to be here this evening. I just have a couple of things this evening, mainly one in particular about the wine fund. I see on the agenda tonight that's going to be explained. So I hope that is. As some of you may know, and I haven't done the story yet, that the college showed up, or some staff members of the college showed up last night at the Lakeshore Hospital Authority. And there was a bit of confusion because the authority thought that they were going to donate $2 million, and then they were advised that they were going to donate $2.5 million. And they just kind of sloughed it off and decided to give, or at least commit, to $2.5 million to the Florida Foundation. Nobody seems to know if that's legal. So I think that's something that maybe you guys could talk about tonight, whether or not the hospital authority, which has no medical facilities, and I did some research on this after the meeting, because I never heard of this before, that the hospital facility that makes the partner donation is like if you look at UF and Santa Fe, those students who commit to those scholarships go to the medical institution and they're bound to go for like a couple of years, sort of like the military. You re-up, you got to stay for a couple of years, or like the West Point or any of those things. And that doesn't seem the case because, as Mr. Browning can tell you, the hospital authority is in a bit of a fix, and soon they will have no medical facilities. So I think that's something to look into. And just one more thing is housekeeping. When the college staff shows up and asks another agency for $2.5 million or $2 million, they should show up not looking like they're being interviewed by Dick Cavett. At least put on a jacket, maybe not a tie. So that's all I have tonight. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, sir. Thank you. The next item is approval of the board minutes from September 11th, 2025. The board's had an opportunity to review the minutes. If there aren't any questions, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make that motion.
Dr. Cerency?
Second.
Ms. Allen? Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes. Okay. We're going to skip past student government report right now. Our student government representative is hopefully on her way, but I think she is. The next item is a presentation of the consent agenda. The items on the consent agenda are routine business, state directives, and/or compliance items. All items have been reviewed by the board attorney and have been available to the board for its examination. Any trustee can request a topic to be removed from the consent agenda and discuss further. Typographical errors will be noted and corrected in the board minutes. Are there any items on the consent agenda that any trustee wishes to have removed from the consent agenda? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved, Medina.
Mr. Medina?
Second, Norris.
Ms. Norris? Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? It passes. Next item is academic affairs.
Good afternoon, Chairman, trustees. It's been a busy and productive semester in academic affairs. Our faculty are winding down their fall courses and turning our attention to this, preparing for the upcoming spring semester. In liberal arts, the teacher prep program recently wrapped up its Scholastic Book Fair on the campus, and the turnout, as well as the community support, was outstanding. We're grateful for everyone who participated and purchased books. All proceeds for the purchases will be going to our regional elementary schools, and we appreciate the impact this event makes each year. Our faculty and tutors are preparing for our biannual late night in the library, where students can receive individualized support as they gear up for finals week. This event continues to be one of our most effective ways to help students finish the semester strong. Preparation is underway for our holiday term. We're offering 10 general education courses this cycle, and some of them have already reached capacity. I want to express my appreciation to all the professors who have stepped up to support this effort. Florida Gateway College is also proud to be registered and preparing to participate in the Florida Civics Debate Initiative in celebration of the nation's 250th anniversary. All 28 state colleges will be competing next February in Tallahassee in a Ronald Reagan-style debate. It is focused on civics and government. We've already held student tryouts, and the level of interest was outstanding. Our newly selected team will begin practicing next week as we prepare for the FGC, or to prepare to represent FGC on the statewide stage. In nursing, regarding our recent testing concerns, I'm pleased to share with you that 9 of our recent graduates set for the NCLEX, and we achieved an 88.9 first-time pass rate. This is a small sample size, obviously, but we believe this is a meaningful step towards closing the gap from previous rates. We're optimistic that the changes we've implemented will continue to strengthen our outcomes moving forward. In addition to that, our massage therapy program has cleared its SACS review and is now awaiting the final approval from the Department of Health. We expect the board to take this up in their December meeting, and we remain hopeful for a late spring launch. In workforce, our welding remodel is moving along quickly. The walls have been painted, the floors have been redone, and the ceiling work is being completed this week. Over the next few weeks, our instructors and students will begin installing the new welding booths as we prepare for the electrical and exhaust system upgrades. It's really exciting to see this space coming along. And water resources, we have a proud achievement to celebrate. One of our bachelor students, Jason Cassiano, was selected as a recipient of the Frederick C. Booth Scholarship for Environmental Studies. The $2,000 award included an all-expenses-paid trip to the Florida Society of Environmental Analysts conference in Orlando. This marks only the second time that an FGC student has received this scholarship, but this is especially meaningful because Jason is also a 2023 graduate of our Second Chance Pell program. We're incredibly proud of him and his accomplishments. And finally, we received a tremendous contribution from the Columbia County Fire Rescue. They recently donated a 2015 Kenworth pumper truck. It's valued around approximately $80,000. This addition significantly expands our capabilities of our fire program and ensures our students received hands-on training that mirrors real industry condition. The truck's already being utilized for training and preparation for the state testing, and we're incredibly grateful for the continued support of our industry's partners and the investment they made in our student success. Pending any questions, that concludes my report.
Any questions or comments?
Vice
Thank you.
President Brady's at a Chief Academic Officers meeting.
You just got
We're glad to have you. Thank you.
I didn't want to think I made another change.
We're gonna move back up to our student government report with our representative.
Good afternoon, Board of Trustees. I was in a bit of a pickle, but I'm here. All right, so since our last meeting, SGI has been very busy hosting a variety of events for our campus. In September, we celebrated Constitution Day, and we ended the month with our annual Fall Festival, which is always a hit. During October, we took 52 students to Halloween Horror Nights. I don't know if we mentioned already, but tickets sold out within 10 minutes, so big hit. We hosted a campus-wide Halloween party, and we also participated in trick-or-treating around campus as well. We kicked off November with Homecoming Week, which included tie-dye t-shirts, FGC trivia, and a students versus faculty and staff dodgeball game. We won. A lip sync battle, and concluded with a drive-in movie theater that students and the community could enjoy together. Currently, we're preparing for the upcoming Christmas parade, and we're also planning several exciting events for December. In addition to these larger activities, we've also hosted smaller student events like breakfast bars, trivia games, coffee and donuts, karaoke, and like some arts and crafts as well. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'll be willing to answer.
Any questions or comments?
I just want to say I appreciate student government and everything they do to make this campus a real college atmosphere so that students that come here that want to have some activities and have some camaraderie and have that experience, even though they might be commuting, you give them that opportunity. So thank you. Your hard work is really appreciated.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm always amazed at how many activities you come in and list off that you're doing every month. It's great. Very great.
I sit down with Miss Amy and I'm like, Miss Amy, we need to do this, 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 and this. And she's like, ooh, the budget's looking tight, but I'll get it done. But we get it done for sure.
Well, we appreciate it, and it definitely contributes to our success
Thank
because it
you,
makes
thank
people
you.
feel like this is a place to come and do things.
Thank you so much.
Brianna, you did not mention that the staff won the lip sync.
Oh, yeah.
I'm very upset. You only mentioned the dodgeball.
Dodgeball.
You're right, Dr. Ray. You caught me. Yes.
She was controlling the
Miss
narrative.
Miss Brenda won. She's queen of lip sync. Yes, queen of lip sync. Well, that's
thank you
all.
very
Thank
much.
you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next up is enrollment and marketing.
Good evening. Spring registration started October 27th, and we are currently at 1,784 students compared to 1,475 at this point last year, which right now is a 21% increase. That'll come down quite a bit. It's very early. And then for credit hours, we're at 16,441 compared to 13,751 credit hours last year, which is a 19% increase. And as Tim mentioned, we are offering the holiday session over the winter break from December 10th to January 6th. And so that's been very popular among students. We have about 120 students that are registered in that session that's attached to spring. For spring, we did something new based on an idea for one of our academic advisors. Her name is Passion Williams. And she came up with the idea to have a registration rush week and advising a Halloween edition. So from the October 27th to the 31st, that whole week, when students came in to meet with an advisor, they were put into drawings for scholarships and gift cards and meal vouchers, and the whole area was decked out in all the Halloween decor. So that was a great event that we offered to students and a great idea. We increased our foot traffic by over like 18% in that first week compared to last year. Dual enrollment staff have been very busy visiting all of the area high schools. They've met with every dual enrollment student prior to registration openings. They're ready to get started. Also, we had the dual enrollment articulation meeting today where counselors from our high schools come out and our administrators are there and we all get on the same page about dual enrollment policies and college updates and had lunch, so that went well. And Julie Cannon, as usual, did a great job coordinating that meeting. FGC has been named a top 10 finalist for the Bellwether Award. This is a national award for community colleges that's put together by the Bellwether College Consortium, and they aim to recognize innovative, outstanding programs that address critical issues facing community colleges. And so there's 3 categories we could apply in, and in that preliminary round, we submitted a program called Bridging the Gap, turning dual enrollment into full enrollment. And it was the work around our dual enrollment program and trying to get those students, once they graduated high school, to continue on at FGC and continue with their education. So thank you to the work that was done by Christine and her staff, Julie and her staff to put this together. And the next, so we're in the top 10 for the instruction, what is the category? Thank you, in that category. And so the next phase, we will go to San Antonio and actually present that presentation and hopefully place in that round. But at least we'll get to see all the other colleges and what they're doing, because it's, 30 colleges, so some of the best of the best that'll be there presenting their programs. So we're excited about that. Looking forward, fall graduation will be held on December 9th at 6 p.m. We have over 160 students participating. It's, I think, our largest fall ceremony so far, and our first graduate of the Bachelor in Business Administration program will be graduating and will be the student speaker that evening. We have one-stop enrollment coming up on December 4th, and in our Campus Vibe series, we have our Eagles Sunrise Tribute Band this Saturday, November 15th at 7:30, and it's a sold-out show. And then after that, we have Home for the Holidays with Impact A Cappella Group, and that'll be December 12th at 7:30 p.m. And that concludes the report. Do y'all have any questions?
How many people submitted for that award?
113?
So, I think it was like 90
7
something
schools.
colleges, but some did multiple categories, multiple submissions, so it was like 113, I think, yeah.
Congratulations.
And only 6 colleges in Florida have ever gotten in 30 years.
That's wonderful. Congratulations.
Thank you. A lot of hard work by everybody, for sure.
Well done.
Any other comments? Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next up, Business Services Report.
Good evening.
Good evening.
First item, I'd like to request approval from the board to enter into a contract for electrical services with the Lincoln Electric Company for welding equipment in Building 19, paid for with grant funds.
Okay, any questions about the contract from the board? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Ms. Norris,
Second.
Dr. Cerncy, any other discussion? All approved, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes.
Thank you. My next item, the college requests approval of budget amendment number 3 to the restricted current fund for the fiscal year 25-26. This amendment recognizes revised award authorization and new grants received in the 25-26 fiscal year.
All right, any questions about the budget amendment? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
So move, Medina.
Mr. Medina?
Second.
Mr. Brandon? Any other questions or comments? If not, all approved, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes.
Thank you. We are requesting approval of Fund 7, Budget Amendment 3, which has been revised so the report reflects actual revenue, revised budgeted expenditures, actual expenses, and updated projects through September 23rd, 2025.
Any questions about the budget amendment? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
I so move.
Ms. Allen?
I'll second.
Dr. Cerncy? Any other questions or comments? If not, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes.
Thank you. The college requests approval of Budget Amendment Number 4 to the current restricted fund for the fiscal year 25-26. This amendment recognizes revised award authorizations and new grants received in the 25-26 fiscal year.
Any questions about the budget amendment? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Chair, I'll move to approve the budget amendment number 4.
Dr. Cerncy?
Second.
Ms. Norris? Any other questions or comments? If not, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes.
Thank you. We are requesting approval of Fund 7, Budget Amendment 4, which has been revised so the report reflects actual revenue, revised budgeted expenditures, actual expenses, and updated projects through October 27th, 2025.
Any questions about the budget amendment? If not, I'll call for a motion.
I'll move to approve budget amendment number 4.
Mr. Brandon?
Second.
Ms. Norris? Any other questions or comments? If not, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And that passes.
Thank you. Are there any questions?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next up is the President's Report. Dr. Barrett.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to just have Mr. Pinchuk come up and do the annual report and update for the Foundation for Florida Gateway College, and as they are seeking their recertification and update of their audit. So,
They're doing it for me, it looks like. But we need to. Got a presentation that there we go, they got it. There we go. Mr. Chair, trustees, thank you very much. Good evening. It's nice to be with you. 3 items tonight. The first one we're going to start with is item A, which is a foundation update. You should have a copy of this also in front of you. And I decided to provide you with a 25-year look back on the foundation on different categories that we measure. And so go ahead and put your Y2K hat on. Remember where you were during that time at the turn of the millennium, and we can move forward. So the first one you see in front of you is our endowment payout over the past 25 years. Back in 2000, 2001, the endowment payout paid a little over $100,000. And last year it paid over close to $864,000. So over that time frame, it's paid out over $8.6 million. The dip you see in 2010 comes after the Great Recession. The foundation board at that time made a decision to not take a payout this year and instead ask donors to fund their what would have been endowed scholarships at that time to kind of hold on to more assets. As you can see, hopefully we'll never have to do that again. And really over the last 10 years or so since Dr. Barrett's tenure here, you can really see the endowment take off. One of the things I want to mention here is that we're really coming close to what we call one of our big, hairy, audacious goals of getting this endowment payout to pay over $1 million annually to the college, which would be a great level of support that we could reach. The endowment really is our lifeblood to student support and really helps fund us from year to year. Okay, am I moving to the next slide, or are they going to do it? They did it. Well, this is great. Just speak it into existence. Okay, so this is now fundraising over that same period of time. The first thing you'll see is some really big spikes. I've always said that our fundraising is very connected to the vision of the college and what special projects are going on. So as you can see, in 2012, there was the library naming that took a big jump up. In 2019, around 2020, we were donated the Boys Club and significant property from the Alusty campus. And then in 2022, the STEM building naming brought in a good amount of dollars for us as well. But back in 2000, we were at about a little over $400,000. This past year, we ticked up a little bit over last year as well and are over $900,000. Again, if we can get that to $1 million to 1.4 annually, that would be a goal. You will see a large spike coming on this next year. So we'll be excited to show you that next year. Next slide, please. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention, but you guys don't need to go back. The total fundraising dollars over that time were $21.5 million. So while that's in your head, take a look at this graph and notice that contributions to FGC over that same time are $23.5 million. How can that be more than the fundraising? It's because of the endowment payout. But as you can see here, some of those same spikes correlate to the fundraising as well, with the library naming, the Boys Club in Alusty, and the STEM building. And then we had a nice big jump last year as well. Our goal, our big, hairy, audacious goal here would be $2 million in annual support. And we're looking at probably I'd like to get there within the next 5 to 8 years. As you can see, Trustee Norris, if you look back to the previous chart and then this chart, our fundraising and our donations to the college did increase over the previous year. Okay, next slide, please. And then this is the 25-year asset growth. So back in 2000, we were under $4 million of assets. That also correlates to the endowment payout on why that was so small. And as you can see here, as the asset growth grows, we can actually help more students. So I will review this when we get to the audit portion, but when you look at the asset growth, at this point, we were just shy of $30 million in assets. $1.8 million of that is unrestricted. So only $6.9 million is unrestricted assets. The rest, donors have told us, our dollars must go towards this scholarship, towards this program, and that's how that breaks down. The The endowment allows donor money to grow and grow in their accounts. So as we grow our assets and grow our investments, every donor who has an account, so to speak, with us, or a scholarship, that money stays in that account so we can pay out more scholarships for them. The more assets we have, the more people we can help. And then finally, I took this one back a little bit further because I had a little bit better data on this. This is scholarships for the last 40 years. So going back to 1986, we were a couple $1,000s in scholarships handed out. And this past year, we were over $900,000. Again, another big, hairy, audacious goal, but we're really close to this one, is $1 million annually in scholarship handed out. Any questions on any of the graphs? All right. Well, I'll move on to item B, which is our annual report and audit report, which you have in front of you, but I'll hit a couple highlights. I don't have slides for that. You have that in front of you. I will remind you that the foundation's fiscal year is odd. It is April 1st through March 31st. So by the time we get to this meeting, it feels like we've been doing this a while, but by the time we close out our books in March and the auditors get to it in May, and then it goes through a rigorous foundation finance committee and then a foundation board to get approved. This is the final step of approval is coming to you all. We intended to do this at last month's meeting, but unfortunately that got canceled. So we are here, and then it feels like the year is about to start over again. Total revenues for the year were $3.7 million, which is a combination of investment growth and fundraising. Total support to the college went up over the previous year. It was $1.3, almost $1.4 million, which is a breakdown of $900,000+ in scholarships and nearly $500,000 in program enhancement support. So these are extra dollars given to the college to do specific projects. That was the big jump from the previous year, which we attribute to the renovations in the Performing Arts Center. As you can see, again, like I mentioned, total assets at this time, March 31st, 2025, were just shy of $30 million, and our unrestricted amount of that was only $1.8 million. The foundation has no debt other than current payables, and none is projected. Our full 990 tax return is always available at the business office and at the foundation for you to peruse. But Mr. Chair, we have two items to accept. I'll start with the first one. This item B, the foundation requests that the FGC Board of Trustees accept the foundation's annual audit report. And also I'm willing to answer any questions.
Any questions related to the
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to mention the most important thing. I got lost in the numbers. This is a clean, unmodified opinion by our auditors. We had no findings. That probably should have led with that.
Yeah, it's a good.
Yep.
All
I'm
right.
so excited about the numbers themselves.
Are there any questions or comments related to the acceptance of the foundation audit report? Hear none, I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we accept the foundation's audit report.
Dr. Cernsey,
Second.
Ms. Norris. Any other questions or comments? If not, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes.
Okay, next up is item C, which is the recertification of the foundation, which we ask for each year at this time, which corresponds to the college fiscal year. So the foundation requests the recertification of the Foundation for Florida Gateway College as the sole direct support organization for fiscal year July 1, 2026 through June 30th, 2027.
Thank you. Any questions or comments related to the recertification of the foundation? Hear none, I'll call for a motion.
So moved, we certify for another year.
Mr. Branham.
Second.
Mr. Medina. Any other questions or comments? Everyone wants to recertify. Hear none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes.
Thank you.
Is that all you have? Thank you very much. I mean, you gave us plenty, so thank you.
And so thank you, Lee, for doing that. And remember, Board, that the goal for strategic plan is to have the assets within the next 5 years of the foundation to $45 million. So that would be 3 times the amount since 2015. So that's the goal. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Just got back from an exciting trip to North Shore, Louisiana for the last 3 days. It was really exciting. I'm glad to be back in the fast-paced city of Lake City. Something I wanted to mention on top of that, I know I've sent you the message besides the bellwether, which to me would be a crowning achievement for this institution and our programs, but also Aspen, once again, for the third time. We've been acknowledged as an Aspen top 200 school because they've expanded out the number of schools that can get it instead of 150. So I want to thank Casey and Christine and all the staff for pulling that data together, and they're in the throes of pulling together a lot more data as we go on to the next step with the goal of eventually winning that, but I'd like to see the top 25 in the nation. And I think we're pretty close to that. And it's very interesting based on Trustee Norris's comments about looking at wage data and so forth, that we're doing exceptionally well compared to some of the other schools. So we'll be telling you more about that. In addition to that, we're going to be rolling out our economic impact statement. Or if you recall, Lightcast did it a few years ago for us, but the whole state of Florida, the 28 colleges collectively have done it again. Our figures look pretty similar to 3 years ago's figures. I've been analyzing before we release them, and it all is dependent upon how much construction work you have going on a lot of times in some of that total, but it's still about the impact each year on this community is about $90 million, which is our budget is about $25 million, so it's about almost 3.5 times the size of the give back for the institution, which is very important to do. Wanted to also talk about some projects that are going on. Our tiny home projects is coming along pretty nicely. Right after Thanksgiving, we'll be starting to build the road for that project back there. We'll have one way in, one way out, and we also adding our utilities for that. It's already have some utilities, but we'll be putting in a new water line and a new sewer line, and I believe already the internet connectivity, the fiber is already in the ground. And we will be going out to bid on the tiny houses in a few weeks' time. So that's making significant project with the goal to be opening in August of 2026. And I do think we can make that if we push it. And remember, the goal is to build 20 of them, have a company build 20, and then as we look towards our new construction tech program, that our students would build their own homes to do on the property site. And we remain still would be the only college in the nation to have a tiny home project. So that was kind of an interesting situation. I know Dean Mims mentioned welding. That was based on a CAP grant. That is expected. We anticipate that new welding shop should be open after spring break. That is our goal, way ahead of schedule, because we were opening it probably in summer. Not so great about STEM 2, as I've always been honest. Slow slogging, as I would call it. We have put a project manager on that to kind of kick-start it a little bit, and I'm assured that by December 1st we'll have the building envelope on the building. So, and we've learned a lot from that project, some good projects and some bad projects. The gym HVAC project, which was thanks to legislative approval, we'll start that during winter break with expectation of being done by February with that project with some new ductwork and so forth. And automotive will be in right after that by the same company. On the sports scene, our men's and ladies cross-country teams went to Iowa and were faced with snow for the first time in their lives. The bad thing is they didn't place very good, but the good thing is they survived and they finished, and they didn't come back with any injuries, at least that we know of. A few of them fell, but they're okay. So it was kind of, I laughed a lot, but then I got serious and thought maybe they could get really injured when I saw some of the pictures. Our basketball team started well, and there is a game tonight at 7 p.m. I invite all of you to go to that, and that's where Brianna is one of our active students. Besides being student government president, she's one of the cheerleaders, so I told her she could go because I knew she had to go to practice. She's a very busy young lady. And something else, the drive-in was very successful. We had about 75 cars in the field back there. A lot of people didn't know what a drive-in was, and it was, and I think it was called Twister in honor of some leadership here. That's what we showed, Twister in 2000. So it was well attended. It was very well done. So I was very happy with that. So finally, one other thing is our golf team, our women's golf team, our golfer, and I forget her name. I see her in front of me. She's the #1 ranked golfer in Division II golf in the country. And we're going to be having a national invitational tournament on the course, and we'll have 60 golfers coming from 11 states to play. And we'll be holding that in February. So that'll be an economic impact for the city of Lake City, plus, and it actually doesn't cost us anything, will save us some money too. So by doing it there, that's what I like. Also, just a reminder, busy season coming up. I'll be in Nashville at the SACS conference as a trustee. Early December, I'll be coming immediately back for graduation. And graduation, if you haven't let Amy know, please let us know. We would love to have you at the prison graduation, which will be a baccalaureate graduation for the prisoners, and that's held on the same day. It's going to be a really busy day. And of course, the week before is the pinning ceremony there. So, Mr. Chairman, that is my report. Busy time, very happy with what's going on. It's been a good semester for the campus.
Stuff. I saw the pictures of the people running in the snow on Facebook, and they looked like,
I thought you were going to mention my hair, but,
well, that,
but that's no, I'm kidding.
they look shocked running in that
They was-
snow. Yeah. All right, any questions or comment for Dr. Barrett?
So when you had to drive in, did they listen on the radio or like the real driving where you hang the thing on your window?
Well, those are old school. So we did have it on 89.5, and actually some people, like my wife and I, just went out and put our chairs out, and because it was a cool night, and it was nice to just listen to it from there. So it was good, and we had refreshments and stuff.
Was it
Actually,
was it the original Twister? Or the
no,
new
it was
Twister?
it was the new Twister.
new
It was pretty intense. That movie. Pretty intense.
That's good.
So, and we've gotten a call from a few agencies that want to try to have us do their fundraising with that, and I'm like, okay, so we might have started something. So, it's good. So.
All right. Any other questions or comments? Okay. Topics for future meetings. If any trustee wishes to have a topic placed on the agenda for a future meeting, you could let Dr. Barrett or Miss Amy know, and we'll get it on the agenda. The warrant register is always there for inspection. Our next meeting will be January 8th, 2026, at 5 o'clock here, so we will not have a December meeting. Hopefully, everyone, or as many as can attend the graduation on, I believe, December 9th.
Graduation will be very busy that night. 161 is the most we've ever held in that for one ceremony.
Well, I want a prediction of time beforehand and see how close you get to it.
Okay.
All right, if there's no other questions or comments, then I will see you all here, if not at the
No, I
graduation.
think that thing's a racket, because he either speeds the speech up or slows it down.
You got that? I cut out some, Chuck. You know how I do it.
But there's other factors involved here, and he's pretty good at it.
The bagpiper slowed me down last time.
All right, well, I will adjourn the meeting, and thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.